Well, good morning, everybody. I have stopped at McDonald's on my way out of the office. This is a little routine with me. Whenever I leave to go out to the field, I'm usually pretty thirsty, sometimes a little hungry. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast at all. But when I do and I get myself something to drink, I'll get one of these cinnamon melts from McDonald's. No, I'm not promoting them. I just happen to love these. They're so good. I mean, they're to die for. If you haven't tried them, you should. But I've said it before on a previous video that they'll probably be my undoing because they're just so full of sugar. And so it doesn't help when I get something sugary to drink with it, but I'm surprised I have any teeth left in my head. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about this morning is one of my favorite words, and I love studying words and what they mean, and I love learning new words and trying to assimilate them into my everyday usage, just to be able to try out new words on like a new pair of shoes is fun to me. But one of my favorite words is coffee clutch. Now, I have no reason to ever use this word. I have never actually used it, and I barely ever read it. I don't know if I've ever even read it in a book, but I've just seen it in a dictionary. I like the way it sounds, coffee clutch. I don't know if you know what it means. It's a German coffee house where people get together and for idle chit chat and gossip and conversation. And I just like the way it sounds. But the reason I bring it up is because at this McDonald's right here, it used to be that there was three older men that were always sitting in there, and they would be just sipping on coffee and talking to each other. That's all they did. Just drank coffee and talked. When I say older, these guys were nearly twice my age. And they would smile and nod at me and say hi as I walked by, and I just never really ended up paying any more attention to them than that. And they actually kept trying to pull me into having a discussion with them. Finally, one day, I decided to start talking to them a little bit, and ever since then, we had become good friends. And so we would have these discussions, and their names are Bob, Doc, and Charlie. Now, Bob has recently retired in the last couple of years. He's probably the youngest of the group. Charlie is he has a mechanic shop here in Lakeland, and Doc is a retired doctor. He's like 84. Charlie is 70, and I think Doc is 84, if I'm not mistaken. So these men are vastly different in their personalities, and as I am likewise in contrast to them. But I love my conversations with them. I don't get to see them anymore because they actually go to a different McDonald's. Completely different McDonald's now. And so it's very rare. So if I get any vacation days and time off, I'll probably go up and see them and talk to them and regroup. But I mean, for several years, I'll just briefly have these conversations with them. But I value them so much because they've lived in ways that I have yet to experience. And the things that are current to them I'm not even close to coming to yet. And but they've experienced a lot of things I have. So when I relay what's going on in my life, they are able to help me to understand what I'm going through. Even though I'm the one going through it, they help me to understand it. And they have been very therapeutic to me. Now, not all of our conversations are serious. Some of them are just very light-hearted conversations. We joke around, talk politics, but there's a deep respect for each other. And they don't treat me, like I'm so much younger, like you might expect. They treat me as an equal. But I love my conversations with them because if you don't have older friends, I would suggest having some. Now, these aren't guys I could probably hang out with on the weekends or anything like that and go on vacation with them because our energy levels are different. And and if you go any deeper than our conversations, then we become more unlike each other. But it's great to have people to talk to like that. To have older, they always say you should have someone younger than you that you can influence, people that are your own age, that could be your peers, that you could have things in common with, and people older than you that can be an influence upon you, a mentor. And so that's the role these guys fall into. But I really like them. I miss them a lot. And that's all I got to really say about it, I guess, is that If you don't have friends like that, you should have them. They're valuable. And allow yourself to be that kind of a person as somebody else. I don't think I'm quite old enough yet where younger people are looking at me and going, I want him to be my older friend. That's not the age I'm at yet. I think you have to be like grandpa age. Is that how it works? Because I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I really do miss those guys, and I value my friendship with them. In fact, remember when I told you in a previous video that someone encouraged me to take up the piano again and start playing? It was them. And they actually bought me that piano, that first used piano. And then they were my biggest supporters and kind of still are. And so I really appreciate them. That's all I had to say, really. I don't have anything deep. I just miss my good old friends. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.